Hello, good morning students. Myself Vishal Patel, your math teacher. So in this video we are going to learn relations. Our second topic, our chapter name is relation and function. So our topic is relation. Let's take an example, normal example. Rita is the sister of John. John is a student of Mr. Smith. And third statement, this bus belongs to the school. Here each and every relation R belongs to each another. So here Rita is connected with John. So is the relation between Rita and John. And here is a student of is a relation between John and Mr. Smith. And here belongs to is the relation between bus and a school. Right? So this is connection or an association are a relation. So a relation gives a connection or an association between objects, ideas, quantity or individual is called a relation in our normal life. So relation also exists between group of objects, ideas, quantity and individual which form sets. So in mathematical language, relation, to understand the relation, first of all we recall the topic of Cartesian product of a sets. So here S is equal to S1, S2 and S3 and D is equal to D1 and D2. So we all know in S cross D we have total of 6 elements, S1 D1, S1 D2, now S2 D1, S2 D2, S3 D1 and S2 D2, total 6 relation, 6 order of pair in S cross D using the concept of number of A into number of B is equal to number of A cross B. Now took another example, let X is equal to mathematics, biology and chemistry and Y is equal to set, atom, cell, circle and force. So we have in X cross Y total 15 elements. Total 15 order of pair because number of X is equal to 3 and number of Y is equal to 5. So in X cross Y is equal to 3 cross 5 is equal to total 15 elements like mathematics sets, mathematics atoms, mathematics cells, mathematics circles, mathematics force and so on for biology and chemistry also. So total we have a 15 relation. Now what is relation? Relation is equal to X and Y where Y is a topic of X, where X belongs to X and Y belongs to Y. So here our question where R is a relation is denoted by R, is in set builder form. So our question in set builder form. So what is our answer? Y is the topic of X, right? So if X is a mathematics, then your answer is set and circle. If X is a biology, then your answer is cell, and X is a chemistry, then your answer is atom. So set is a topic of mathematics, circle is a topic of mathematics, right? Cell is a topic of biology and atoms is a topic of chemistry. So these four relations are defined from X cross Y. So here R is equal to relation is equal to also represent in arrow diagram like mathematics, biology, chemistry is X and Y. A relation can be described in three different ways. In set chapter we know about a roster form, set builder form, and third one is a arrow diagram is called visual representation, right? So we all know about roster form and set builder form. So a relation from a non-empty set A to non-set B can be defined as the subset of A cross B, which is obtained by describing a relation between the first element and the second element of the order pairs. ओके सो हमें जो ऑर्डर पेयर्स दी जाएगी उसके ऊपर से हम रिलेशन फाइंड करेंगे. ऐसे बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल आज हम देखने वाले हैं. सो द प्रॉपर्टी दैट एक्सप्लेन हाउ द एलिमेंट्स इन ईच ऑर्डर पेयर आर रिलेटेड इज कॉल्ड द रूल ऑफ रिलेशन और द फॉर्मूला ऑफ relation. So here R is equal to X and Y where Y is a topic of X, X belongs to X and Y belongs to Y. The set of the first coordinate of the all order pair of relation R is called the domain of R, right? So students please remember जो first ऑर्डर पेयर का जो जितने भी फर्स्ट एलिमेंट है उस सबको हम कहेंगे डोमेन. सो ये डोमेन इज इक्वल टू मैथमेटिक्स, बायोलॉजी एंड केमिस्ट्री. मैथमेटिक्स 2 बार रिपीट हो रहा है बट हम एक ही बार लिखेंगे, राइट. सो हियर डोमेन इज इक्वल टू मैथमेटिक्स, बायोलॉजी एंड केमिस्ट्री. The set of the second coordinate of all the order pair of R is called the range of R. जो सेकेंड एलिमेंट है आपके ऑर्डर पेयर का, आपके रिलेशन के जितने भी सेकेंड एलिमेंट है उन सबको हम कहेंगे रेंज. तो ये रेंज इज इक्वल टू सेट्स, सर्कल्स, सेल्स एंड एटम्स. सेट्स, एटम्स, cells and circle are the sets of range. So now we all know about domain and range, and codomain is our second element. y is your कोडोमेन. सो कोडोमेन के अंदर पाँचों के पाँच यानी कि y के सारे एलिमेंट आ जाएंगे. सो हियर वी नो दैट रेंज इज सबसेट टू कोडोमेन. प्लीज रिमेंबर दिस स्टेटमेंट, रेंज इज ऑलवेज सबसेट टू कोडोमेन. Now the total number of relations that can be defined from a set A to set B is the set of possible subset of A cross B. यानी कि आपको कितने रिलेशन मिल सकते हैं. So if number of A is equal to P and number of B is equal to Q, then number of A cross B is equal to PQ, and the total number of relation is 2 raised to PQ. Please note down this important formula, use in your exam. Okay, thank you. We are now moving our exercise 2.2. okay, so ये आपके थियरी पोर्शन आई थिंक कंप्लीट हो गया. अगर आपको देखना है कि कितने रिलेशन है तो लेट एक्स इज इक्वल टू मैथमेटिक्स, बायोलॉजी एंड केमिस्ट्री, एंड वाई इज इक्वल टू सेट, एटम, सेल, सर्कल एंड फोर्स. सो नंबर ऑफ एक्स इज इक्वल टू 3 एंड नंबर ऑफ वाई इज इक्वल टू 5. सो हाउ मेनी रिलेशन इन दिस? So number of A cross B is equal to 15, X cross Y is equal to 15. So the total number of relation between these is 2 raised to 15. So the total number of relation is 2 raised to 15. Thank you. Now we are moving to exercise. So students, exercise 2.1 first 2.2's question number first. Let A is equal to 1 to 14 and define a relation R from A to A by R is equal to XY, where 3x minus y is equal to 0, where xy belongs to A. x और y दोनों A में से लेने. write down its domain, codomain and range. Right, so first of all I recall all the concept of domain, codomain and range. Okay, so first of all start with a domain. So the domain of a relation is the set of all first element of the order pair in the relation R. Now range, the set of all second element in a relation R from a set A to set B is called the range of a relation R. Codomain, the whole set B is called the codomain of the relation R from set A to set B. Here you are given different relation, define a relation R from A to A. So here A to A, your second set is A, right? So your codomain is obviously A, and range is always a subset of codomain. Range is a subset of the codomain. So यहाँ पे हमारा codomain है A, यानी कि 1 to 14. So range भी 1 to 14 से ही होगी. So here given A is equal to, in this question given A is equal to 1 2 3 4 up to 14. R is equal to xy, where 3x minus y is equal to 0, where xy belongs to A. x and y दोनों A में से ही है. So we can also write that relation R, here R is equal to relation is denoted as R, and 3x minus y is equal to 0. So 3x is equal to y, where xy belongs to A. सो R इज इक्वल टू, रिलेशन क्या होगा? अगर x और y की जगह पे मैं 3x लिख सकता हूँ. अब रिलेशन में x और y था, y की जगह पे तो 3x, बिकॉज यहाँ पे लिख दिया आपने डिफाइन किया 3x इज इक्वल टू y. सो x एंड 3x बोथ बिलोंग्स टू A. सो अगर x 1 है तो y 3 होगा, अगर x 2 है तो y 6 होगा, अगर x 3 है तो y 9, और x4 है तो y 12, x5 होगा तो y 15, but 15 is not in your set A. So we have only 4 possible relation, 1 3 2 6 3 9 and 4 12, only 4 possible relation. So domain is equal to first element of your relation. So first element of all relation is 1 2, 3 and 4. It's called your domain, and range is equal to second element of your range. Range is equal to second element of your range. So all your second elements are 3, 6, 9 and 12. So your range is 3, 6, 9 and 12, and codomain is your second set, whole second set. So your codomain here, second set is A to A. So your second set is also A. So your answer is 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 14. Okay, so this is your domain 1, 2, 3, 4, your codomain 1 to 14, and your range is 3, 6, 9 and 12 is your answer. So this is your first question. सारे क्वेश्चन में आपको 1 by 1 यही करना है. Find domain, codomain and range, and first and most important, find a relation. So define a relation on R, on set R on the set of natural numbers by xy, where y is equal to x plus 5. X is a natural number less than 4. X is a natural number less than 4, and xy belongs to n. X and y both are belongs to natural number, right? So ये रिलेशनशिप को आपको रोस्टर फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करना है, और ऑल्सो राइट डाउन इट्स डोमेन एंड रेंज. सो in this question, given R is equal to xy, so our relation is x and y, where y is equal to x plus 5, and x is a natural number less than 4. X is a natural number less than 4, and xy both belongs to n. So x is a natural number less than 4, so x is a 1, 2 and 3, right? So here x and y, where y is equal to x plus 5. X is a natural number less than 4, so x is equal to only 1, 2 and 3, and y belongs to n, and xy both belongs to n in natural number. So also our relation is become x, and where y is equal to x plus 5, we can write y is equal to x plus 5, where x is equal to 1, 2, 3, and xy belongs to n. So if x is equal to 1, then y is equal to 6. If x is equal to 2, then y is equal to 7, right? So if x is equal to 1, y is equal to 6, x is equal to 2, y is equal to 7, x is equal to 3, y is equal to 8. So that is your final answer there. So in this question, only 3 possible relations are defined, right? 1, 6, 2, 3, 7 and 3, 8. Now find its domain and range. So I recall the definition of the domain. The domain of a relation R is the set of all the first element of the order pair in the relation R, and range, the set of all second elements in a relation R from a set A to set B is called the range of the relation R. So domain is equal to, domain of this relation is equal to 1, 2 and 3, and so this is your domain, and range of this relation, range of relation R is equal to 6, 7 and 8. Second element of your relation is 6, 7 and 8. So this is your final answer. Okay, so now move on to question number 3. Let A is equal to 1, 2, 3 and 5, and B is equal to 4, 6 and 9. Define a relation R from A to B. So our first set is A and second set is B, where relation is equal to xy, where the difference between x and y is odd. X belongs to A and y belongs to B. Write R in roster form. So in short, in this question we have to just find the relation, और यहाँ पे आपको x and y both x belongs to A and y belongs to B, where A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 5 and B is equal to 4, 6, 9. A is our first set and B is our second set. So A to B, we have to find the relation from A to B. XY, the difference between x and y is a odd. So difference is not a subtract, right? So here difference, that means 1 और 3 के बीच में कितना डिफरेंस होगा, तो आप कहोगे कि 2, नॉट -2. 3 और 1 के बीच में भी डिफरेंस 2, right? So the difference between x and y is odd, where x belongs to A. x आपको A सेट में से लेना है और y belongs to B, where y आपको B सेट में से लेना है. सो कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ x एंड y, जिस दोनों का डिफरेंस यानी कि मॉड्यूलस x माइनस वाई इज इक्वल टू ऑड, एन ऑड नंबर. x belongs to A and y belongs to B. So R in roster form इज़ 1 और 4 का रिलेशन एक होगा 1 और 4 का, बिकॉज 1 और 4 का डिफरेंस ऑड होगा. 1 एंड 6 इज़ ऑल्सो, 1 का 6 के साथ रिलेशन होगा, 1 का 9 के साथ नहीं होगा, बिकॉज 1 और 9 का डिफरेंस जो होगा वो इवन होगा. सेम 2 9 3 4 3 6 5 3 9 इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल. 5 4 एंड 5 6 5 9 इज़ ऑल्सो नॉट पॉसिबल. सो जिन सबका रिलेशन, जिन सबका डिफरेंस ऑड होता है, वो सब हमारे रिलेशन है. सो हियर रिलेशन इन रोस्टर फॉर्म इज इक्वल टू 1 4 1 6 2 9 3 4 3 6 5 4 and 5 6 आर पॉसिबल रिलेशन. Okay, now move on to our question number 4. The figure shows a relationship between P and Q. Write this relation in set boulder form. Second, also in a roster form, and write its domain and range. So here we have a graphical figure is given. The relation between P and Q. The relation R is defined from P to Q. So first of all, we observe that the relation 5 is equal to 3 plus 2, 6 is equal to 4 plus 2 and 7 is equal to 5 plus 2, राइट. सो यहाँ पे हमने देखा कि रिलेशन 5 का रिलेशन 3 के साथ है, 4 का 6 के साथ है, 7 का 5 के साथ है, यानी कि सब में 2 को अगर Q से P के साइड जाए तो सब में आप 2 को इंक्रीज़ किया है, यानी कि 2 ऐड किया है, तब आपका आंसर आ जाएगा. ओके, लाइक 5 plus 2 is 7, 4 plus 2 is 6 and 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. So in set builder form, relation R is equal to xy, where y is equal to x is equal to y plus 2 or y is equal to x minus 2. X is equal to y plus 2, where x belongs to P, where x belongs to P and y belongs to Q. So this is your set builder form. Now convert it in roster form. So in roster form, so we can write roster form directly from the figure, like R is equal to 5 3 6 4 and 7 5. These are the possible results shown in figure. So using roster form we can easily find domain and range. Domain is the first element of your relation. The domain of a relation R is the set of all the first element of the order pair in the relation R. So domain is equal to 5 6 7. So domain of relation R is equal to 5 6 and 7. and range, the set of all second elements in a relation R from a set A to set B, is called the range of the relation R. So range of relation is equal to 3, 4, 5, right? So this is your final answer. Now move on to question number 5. Let A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6. Let R be the relation on A defined by AB, where AB belongs to A, B is exactly divisible by A. Write relation in roster form, find its domain and find the range of R. So here A is given 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6. 5 is a skip, 5 यहाँ पे skip किया हुआ है. And R is equal to AB, where AB belongs to A, B is exactly divisible by A. यानी कि आपका रिलेशन है A का B के साथ, A और B दोनों आपको A में से लेने हैं, and B is exactly divisible by A. So relation in roster form. So relation in roster form is equal to 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4 and 1, 6. All are divisible with 1. Now 2, 2, 2, 4 and 2, 6 is the only divisible by B, divisible by A, and 3, 3, 3, 6, 4, 4 and 6, 6. So this is your answer in a roster form, because B is the divisible by A. So we can't write 6, 5, 6, 3, 6, 2, right? We can also don't write 6, 3, because 3 is not divisible by 6, right? So just remember B is exactly divisible by A, not A is divisible by B. So our relation, the possible relation are these. And domain of R, we all know domain is the first element of your relation. So first element is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6. And that is your A, and range is equal to range of relation R. Range of R is equal to second element of the relation. Second element is also 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6. That is also is equal to A. So this is your final answer. Now move on to question number 6. Determine the domain and range of the relation R defined by R is equal to X and x plus 5, where X belongs to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Determine the domain and range of the relation R, where R is equal to X and Y, where Y is equal to X plus 5 and X belongs to 0 to 5. So in this question, the given relation is equal to X, Y is equal to X plus 5 and X belongs to 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So first of all, we convert this relation into roster form. So R is equal to, if let X is equal to 0, then Y is equal to 5. If X is equal to 1, Y is equal to 6. If X is equal to 2, then Y is equal to 7, and so on. 3, 8, 4, 9, 5 and 10. We can take X value. We can't take X value more than 5. So your final possible relation is 0, 5, 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8, 4, 9 and 5, 10. Right? Some intelligent student ask me a question कि sir X belongs to 0 to 5, then why we take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in second element? First of all, the domain of first element, domain of R is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and range is equal to second element of the relation, that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So range of R is equal to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay. Now move on to question number 7. Write the relation R is equal to X where Y is equal to X cube. X is a prime number less than 10. Write in only in roster form. So in this given X and Y where Y is equal to X cube, X is a prime number less than 10. So we all know the prime number less than 10 are 2, 3, 5 and 7. So the roster form of this relation so relation in roster form is equal to, if we take 2, then Y is a 2 cube, that is 8. So relation first relation is 2, 8. Second relation is 3 and 3 cube is 27. Third relation is 5 and 5 cube is 125. And fourth relation is 7 and 7 cube is 321. 343, right? Sorry, 343. So these are the 4 possible relation. If you want to find the domain and range, you can also find using first element and second element. Right, now move on to next question. Let A is equal to XYZ and B is equal to 1, 2. Find the number of relation from A to B. Find the number of relation from A to B. We already discussed about the formula of number of relation from A to B. So first of all, we have to find the number of A is equal to 3. Number of B is equal to 2. So number of A cross B is equal to number of A into number of B. That is equal to 3 into 2 is equal to 6. So the formula is the total number of relations that can be defined from A set to set B is the number of possible subset of A cross B if number of A is equal to P, number of B is equal to Q, then number of A cross B is equal to PQ, and the total number of relation is 2 raised to PQ. The total number of relation is 2 raised to PQ, or you can also write like that, 2 raised to number of A cross B. So number of A cross B is equal to number of A into number of B. We study about this in previous lecture 2.1. So number of A cross B is equal to 6. So the total number of relation is equal to 2 raised to 6. So the total number of relation or the total number of subset of A cross B is also called the relation between A to B is 2 raised to 6. That is 64. 64 is your final answer. The number of relation from A to B is 64. Hence, the number of relation from A to B is 64. Okay. Now move on to our last question. Let R be the relation on Z defined by R, where relation is equal to AB, where AB belongs to Z. A minus B is an integer. Find domain and range of relation R. If you want to try with yourself, just pause the video and try with yourself. So given R is equal to AB, AB belongs to Z. A minus B is an integer. A minus B is an integer. So A and B are integer. So A minus B is also an integer. If a and b are integer, then a minus b are also an integer. So every order pair of integers is contained in the relation R. So every order pair of integer is contained in the relation R. A and B, where AB belongs to Z. So domain of R is equal to Z. Domain of R is equal to Z, the set of integer, because if a and b are integer, then a minus b is also an integer. And range is also an integer, because integer is going from minus infinite to infinite, right? So every order pair of integer is contained in the relation R. So range of Z R is also a Z, the set of integer. Okay, thank you. If you like my video, then subscribe my channel, and if you have any doubt, contact me anytime. Thank you.